Hey everyone, welcome to another video. In this video I'm gonna be organizing and decluttering my entire makeup collection. I recently did a declutter series where I really went through all the parts of my collection in detail. But at this point I still feel like my collection is pretty cluttered and I just want to go through. I don't want to go into detail about every product, but I just want to go through and really take out the things that I don't want in my collection anymore. I feel like I just want to do this a little bit more often now that I review quite a few products. I think it is good to keep my collection a little bit curated, and sometimes I just review things that I know I want to declutter, but I don't want to just throw it away without really showing you or telling you. So that's what we're gonna do today. It's gonna be pretty chill. I'm just gonna show you all my drawers. I'm gonna go through everything, but I'm not gonna spend a lot of time, I hope, on every different categories. So if you want to know more in detail what my makeup collection is like, I will put my declutter series that I recently did in the description box, so you can check that out if you want all the details. So these three drawers here are my makeup collection and some other random things as well, some shoes, some other accessories that I need in my life. Then here on the top I have kind of like my background for my videos. You've seen this before. I kind of changed it recently. You haven't seen it in a video, but I added a new kind of container over here. I'm not entirely sure if I'm gonna keep it like that, but that is what I did recently. So I kind of already changed that, and I have to say I did organize a little bit before I started filming this video, because some of the things that were in these drawers just weren't relevant at all. I did take a few things out and make this video a little bit more easy to film, but I didn't declutter anything yet. So that's what we're gonna do now, and I just want to start with this part on the top. We also have a drawer on the side here on the right, this drawer over here, and that also holds a little bit of makeup, but also some hair accessories and things like that. We're also gonna go through that, and then that's gonna be everything for my introduction. Let's get into organization. So I'm gonna do my best to make sure that everything is in focus, is in frame, but this is a little bit different than what I usually film, like how I usually film. So I'm just gonna do my best. So here I have some things that I use a lot and also some things that I want to use more. I have like the face brushes over here, eye brushes over here, some things that I don't have a lot from but use kind of daily over there. This is the perfume that is in my project pan right now. Some skincare. This is the only powder that I have. And I just put in these lip products because I want to use these a little bit more. I'm not really thinking of decluttering a lot here. The thing that I want to declutter is this brush over here. This is my old Real Techniques setting brush. I've had this for such a long time. It's really dirty. It's really old, and it's just time to let go. I bought a new one that is all new and clean and nice. So I finally just received my Pat McGrath and Bridgerton order. So I'm gonna finish up this video because I've already started, but I think after this I'm gonna be doing that. So I'm not gonna take too long with this. Okay, let's see if there's anything else here I want to declutter. I got these two new brow products by NYX. I'm still trying them out. I'm still reviewing them. I usually have my products that I'm reviewing in another spot, but because these are products that I want to use daily, they are over here. I think I'm gonna declutter this brow pencil as well. This is the Catrice Eyebrow Stylist in Don't Let Me Brown, and I don't love this. I kind of felt like it was usable for a few weeks there, but then I was like, this isn't working out for me, and I like the NYX products so much better, so this is gonna go. Whew, I just run up and down the stairs like twice for some other packages as well, so I'm kind of out of breath. But this brush is a stippling brush by Colourpop, but I didn't really love this one. I don't know if I still want to give it a chance. It's just very harsh and kind of stiff. I don't really think I'm gonna be using this anymore. I think I'm gonna be decluttering this one. I just changed my settings a little bit because I felt like everything looked very light. I think that's gonna be everything for the declutter over here. I feel like these other products do have a place in my collection. This one I'm still trying out, but I quite like it. The LA Girl Pro Setting Spray. But okay, this is not a collection video. I have to get through this. I'm gonna move on to the next thing. So this is what my drawer looks like at my vanity and my mirror. It's a little bit messy. It's always a bit messy. I have some hair things over here. I have a backup of my retinol over here. And this is just some skincare. These are some single pot eyeshadows. So let me see what we have here. This is Prickly Pear. I want to keep that. This one is, by the way, these are the Super Shocks by Colourpop. I think we all recognize them. This is the one in Sugar and Ultra Glitter. This is the Ultra Glitter in Ripple. I also have this one in Socialize. I have this NYX Iridescent Blue Eyeshadow in Frostbite, and I kept it because I thought it would be kind of cute for in the inner corner or something like that. But I think I'm gonna declutter it. It's also loose in the pen. It's just a mess. It's pretty old. I'm not gonna be using this. This is a Catrice Matte Eyeshadow in Deep Pool. I quite like this. I'm gonna be keeping that for sure. This is the Catrice Velvet Matte Eyeshadow in Welcome to Graceland. And this is a grey that kind of has green in it as well. I'm kind of going through these one by one because I don't know if I want to keep a lot of these. It's a very nice grey. It's a very good kind of satiny formula. But I don't think I'm really going to be reaching for this one anymore. I feel like I have another one of these as well. This kind of grey-green that is even more green. This was a great formula, but I don't know. I don't really think I need this anymore. I feel like I have this in my palettes. Yeah, I have green grays now that I like, so I'm gonna be decluttering both of these. I have this Essence eyeshadow in Morning Glory. Gonna be keeping that. This is a NYX eyeshadow in Glass Slippers. So this is kind of like an iridescent green one. Do I want to keep it? Could be nice for an inner corner, but I don't know if it's like special enough for me to ever reach for it. I'm gonna think about that. This Kiko one I'm gonna be keeping for sure because I really like this. This one I really like. The Catrice in Golden Leaf. This one I'm gonna keep. I really like this formula. This is Blazing Berry. Then this one I bought on sale. This is a Catrice matte eyeshadow in Taupe Addict. I don't think they sell this one anymore. I'm gonna be keeping that one. I really liked it. The Essence eyeshadow in Fairy Tale, gonna keep it. Then I have this one, Say You'll Be Wine by Catrice. Do I still need it? Because I do have the Wine and Only palette by Colourpop. I don't know. I kind of have to think about that. I have this Colourpop one in I Heart This. I like this one. I'm gonna keep it. I also have the one in Frog. I'm also gonna keep that one. I like that one. And then I have this Catrice one in Cold Brew Coffee. Also like it. Just gonna get this out of the way. What do I want to do? I'm just gonna put these ones in that I want to keep. I think I'm gonna declutter Ripple because I don't think I'm ever gonna use this. The Socialize, yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna use this. And this one, Sugar, I don't think I'm ever gonna use that. This one in Prickly Pear I'm gonna keep. Am I ever gonna use this one? I actually don't think so. I don't think I need it, so I'm gonna be decluttering that one. This one I think I'm gonna keep for now because I really like Catrice and it is a very good eyeshadow. It's a very good matte eyeshadow. Let me see. I think this one, the Claren, how do you say this? Claren Total Eye Lift Mini. I don't need this in my life. I have this Natural Tan by Catrice. I'm gonna keep that. This one I'm gonna let go of. I never use this One Step Primer because it has a vitamin C in it and I always use niacinamide. I always use niacinamide and I'm just too scared to combine those two. So I'm gonna let go of this. I quite like it, but it's just too risky. So if this didn't have that ingredient, I would probably keep it, but now I'm like, it's time to go. I have this mini Christian Dior perfume. I remember this being way too heavy for me, so I'm gonna get rid of that. I have this Clinique eye cream. Do I want to try this? It doesn't have perfume. Okay, I will keep that in there. So these are gonna go back in there, and then that's gonna be everything for this drawer. that I'm gonna declutter. Okay, it is finally time for you guys to see my top drawer. I've never shown you this. I've never shown you this part of my collection. Never shown you this up close. It is just a little bit of a mess. And I also have these Jeffree Star palettes here that I don't really like promoting on my channel, that I don't really like showing you on my channel, and that I don't really want to use on my channel, but I don't want to get rid of them. So this is a little bit of a weird drawer for me. Also, these take up like 1/3 or almost half of the drawer. It's a lot. So what I want to do this drawer is kind of change things up. By the way, over here I have my bronzers, single eyeshadows, and here over here is my Shop My Stash and Project Pan. What I want to do is I want to get rid of these palettes, but I don't want to get rid of all the eyeshadows inside, because to be honest, there are a few eyeshadows in these palettes. I have Bloodlust and I also have the Blue Blood one. There are some eyeshadows in these palettes that I don't want to get rid of. I also spend a lot of money on these palettes, so I just want to get rid of the packaging and just keep a few of these singles, and then don't really show you that in my videos, but I can kind of combine it for looks, I guess, with other singles. So I'm gonna take these out, and I wanna take out some of the eyeshadows. I don't know if I'm gonna be showing you that process, but at least these are gonna go right now. So those are not like completely decluttered, but they are also not staying. This is a mess. This is a mess. I tried to kind of like clean this up before I showed you this, but it's more messy when you take out the things that kind of hid all the mess. And now for this part, what I want to do is I have a new kind of component to keep everything together. So I'm gonna take that and put this all in there. This is the component. You can't really see it. I don't know if this is gonna be like the permanent solution, but I'm gonna do this for now. And then I have two face palettes. I'm gonna put these here for now as well, because I don't really have a better place for them right now. It's so spacious here without those Jeffree Star palettes. It's like so much better. And now, do I want to declutter any of this? I don't know. I don't feel ready to declutter this, but it's also not something that I wear a lot, that I use a lot. It's a bit of a strange palette. I guess I maybe would use it more if there was a blush in this. If this was like a little bit of a warm rosy blush or something, I guess I would use it more. I'm gonna keep it for now. This highlighter palette from the Catrice Disney collection. Don't know if I'm gonna keep it forever, but I quite like it. I think it's too much of a hassle maybe to go through these singles right now. These are Give Me Glow singles. Give Me Glow was a brand that I was really into when I hadn't really tried indie singles, when I hadn't really gotten into them. But now that I've tried more and I've tried other ones that have smaller pans, I'm not that into these anymore. The one that I do really like is this one, Gifts Galore. This is amazing. This is something different. But this one, I believe this one is Pistol. I didn't really love these. I didn't really love it, and when I used it recently I was just not into it. But it's not like I don't have space here now, and it's also not like I'm gonna throw out any of these magnetic palettes, and I think I'm gonna keep it like that. And then over here we have the bronzers. These are all the bronzers that I have. I'm not sure if I want to keep this one because I just wasn't really in love with it. I really wanted to be, but this shade just doesn't really show up on me, and I just feel like the pigment is lacking a little bit for me to really love it. But at the same time, I do like how this looks. I think it was a cool collection. I'm not really sure what I want to do with that. This one I'm not really sure about if I want to keep, but I want to try it again in the summer because it's a very summery product. And let me see, I don't really want to declutter anything from this Shop My Stash and Project Pan basket right now, because some of these things I also put in to think about and to see if I want to keep them. For example, this one, I might declutter it, but I'm not going to take it out before I've actually tried it in this rotation, so that is going to stay for now. It doesn't really fit right now because I put big palettes in my Shop My Stash and Project Pan rotation. But yeah, in this drawer we're not gonna change a lot, I think. This is gonna stay quite like it was. So yeah, there's no guarantee here, there's no plan. This doesn't mean that it's gonna be a crazy declutter, but I have some things in mind. Then we have the bottom drawer, and this definitely looks messy right now. These are all the lip products that I have here right now. Highlighters, blushes. Over here we have the eyeshadow palettes. These are all products that I'm still reviewing, that I still have to rank. Let me just get these out of the way. And I'm just gonna get this to the front a little bit so you can see better. Let's go and look at the lip products. So I kind of don't know what to do with this. I bought these lip glaze by Etos and I didn't love them at all. I wasn't into them, but they are pretty new in my collection and I don't really want to get rid of them yet, but they also don't really feel like a part of my collection in my mind. I just don't feel like reaching for those. I want to get rid of this lipstick. This is the Crease full satin lipstick in 040. It's just not my shade. This shade just doesn't work on me. It just pulls very purple on me. So this is gonna go. It's very pretty though. There's something very pretty about it, but it just doesn't work on my skin tone. Then this lip gloss. I hated this lip gloss. This is the Crease Advent Beauty Gift Shop mini gloss, and this was just terrible. If you see my worst products of 2021, then you know what I mean. This just is nothing on your lips. It just has the smallest applicator that doesn't get anything on your lips. I don't need this in my life. This is gonna go. Let me just see. I got two of these Fresh Kiss Lip Creme by Colourpop, and this shade was just way too light for me. I think I'm just gonna declutter it because I'm not someone who mixes lip shades. It's not something I spend time on, I put effort in, so this is gonna go. But I am gonna keep this rosy one. Then this Kiko liquid lipstick, I think I'm just gonna get rid of because this was really sticky and I don't think that this is really worth keeping in my collection. It's not terrible, I could use it if I didn't have a big collection and if I didn't know that I was gonna review a lot of makeup this coming year, then probably I would keep it. But I don't think I'm gonna reach for this over other things. It's pretty similar in color to this one by Sephora and I love this formula way more, so I'm gonna be keeping this one and this is gonna go. Then I have the Nabla Fishes Dreamy Creamy Liquid Lipstick. This just bleeds outside of the lip lines so fast. I don't really know what to do with this. I just really like Nabla as a brand. It's a great brand and I don't really want to declutter things from them. I want to love things from them, but this just doesn't work on me. And it's not like I wear red lipstick that often, and I have this one that I'm gonna keep. This is the Catrice Fleur de Soie, and it's not like the exact same shade, but I also think if I would miss this, then I would rather buy something in a different formula that I really love. I could kind of try and make this work, but really, do I want to do that? Do I want to like pat it down after I've applied this to see if it doesn't bleed out of my lip lines then? I think that would be a hassle. I think I'm gonna declutter this, but there's a small chance that I'm gonna kind of regret it and put it back in. But for now I'm gonna declutter it and see how I feel about that. I think that is gonna be everything for these lip products right now. Some of these I just really have to try. I have to try and see how I feel about those. So let's move on to the highlighters. And I think I'm gonna be decluttering this one. The Kiko Charming Escape Silky Highlighter. There's something very pretty about this. I think there are people that are really gonna love it, but to me it's just too subtle. It's just too subtle and I I just want something that looks like a little bit more. It gives me a little bit more. I think there are just way better highlighters in my collection and in the world. So I have decided to let go of this one. I really wanted to love this, but I just know that Kiko can do such amazing highlighters that I really love. And this wasn't exactly how I like my highlighters to be. So this is gonna go. Do I still want to keep this? I used to really love this. This is the NYX Duochromatic Illuminating Powder in Lavender Steel. It looks very gray in the pan, but then when you apply it to your face, it's a very like warm lilac-y shade, and I've always really loved that. Can you kind of see that? It is very pretty. But I also have these colorful highlighters by H&M that I really love, that are very pretty. And I think I would rather wear one of those. Let me see which one was similar. I have this one in Aurora Blush. And this one is just a little bit more wearable for me. And these are very similar. But this one is just a little bit more light, so it's a bit more easy to wear. So I think I'm gonna let go of this. I've had this for such a long time and I've worn it quite a bit for a colorful highlighter, but it is time to say goodbye. This one is one that I'm kind of unsure about what I want to do with, because it's kind of expensive and it looks kind of cute, but I never really love it on the skin. I think it's just very subtle. Now that I swatch it on my finger, I do think it looks pretty good. I just changed the settings a little bit on my camera, but it looks pretty good on my finger. But then every time I apply it to my face, I just think it's a little bit too subtle. But I think I'm gonna keep it for now. It's not absolutely terrible, but it didn't blow me away like I thought it would. I mean, it's like Kathleen Light's favorite. She always says how much she loves it. I don't know if I want to keep the Mars Melter highlighter. I recently put it in my Shop My Stash and I kind of could make it work in combination with another highlighter, but it's so glittery. It is absolutely so glittery, and there are other glitter formulas that I love a lot more. For example, this one by Colourpop, the Super Shock Cheek from the Tinkerbell collection in Happy Thoughts. This is also shimmery, but in a very sophisticated, pretty way. So if I know that there are shimmer highlighters that I love, that are so pretty, in my opinion, do I need this? Do I need to keep this? I think it's time to say goodbye. I don't have to keep this as an eyeshadow as well, because I have so many pretty shimmery eyeshadows. It just wouldn't make sense to keep this for that, because it's like so bulky. There's something so pretty about it for sure. It's like so like pinky, peachy, orangey. There's something very special about it, but it just doesn't really work on me. It doesn't look that shimmery when I look at it on my finger right now, but when I apply this to my cheeks, I'm just like shimmer ball, like disco ball effect. I'm gonna put this in the declutter pile and just see how I feel about it. I think that might be everything for my highlighters. I think the rest of these I'm gonna be keeping. Okay, let's move on to the blushes over here. And I've been thinking of what I want to do. And I think there are some that I can get rid of. So we have these blushes from Essence that I really liked before I tried a lot of blushes, and they are good. I would recommend them. They are nice, but they are not as good as some other blushes that I have tried. They are just not the same quality as some amazing blushes that I have tried. And it's also not like these are the most revolutionary formulas or colors. So I think I want to get rid of these. I think it is time to go. Or do I want to keep one of these? But I also have this Catrice one that I really love. Like, this is one of my favorites. So these just don't really compare. Do I need to keep one for like a video? If I do like a drugstore video or an Essence video. I think I'm gonna keep this one. The one in Breezy. I think if I will use one of these more often, then this is probably the one. So I'm just gonna keep one, just in case, because I do a lot of videos about Essence and Catrice. So then let me see. I had these two Nabla ones and I didn't give them like the best review. I don't think these are very interesting. They're not really my type of cream formula. These are the two reasons with with a cream color cream product here and then a balm over here, and they just feel a bit cheapy to me. I didn't really love the formula. I wasn't really that into these. I don't want to get rid of them both. They are so new in my collection though, but I think I'm just gonna keep the nude one, the soft nude one, and the other one I'm just gonna move out of my collection because I don't think this is really my color. I was hoping it would be a little bit more curly, but it's a little bit too warm orange red, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. I think currently I have become more strict with my declutters since I started my YouTube channel, since I've really been reviewing a lot of things, because you just can't keep everything when you also get a lot of new things in your collection. I'm thinking of maybe decluttering this one. This is this sleek blush that's kind of pinky coral with a golden glow. This is called Feeling Like a Snack, and it's nice. There's nothing wrong with it. Wow, that's a bright swatch. There's nothing wrong with it, but I never reach for this. And I bought this at a time that I didn't have a lot of blushes, that it was like a huge event that I bought an extra blush, but now I feel like I'm just not gonna reach for this one over anything else that I've tried, because I have bought so many pretty blushes in 2021, so I think it is time to let go of this one. Let me see. Once again, I'm not really sure what I'd want to do with this, because there's something very cool and interesting about this launch and about these colors, but these are not my favorite formula. I don't know, do I need to keep those? Yeah, I think this is gonna be everything for the blushes right now, everything I'm gonna declutter. I don't really want to force it. I don't want to force myself to declutter things that I still want to keep. So yeah, this is gonna be everything for the blushes. I decluttered 4 blushes. That's not extremely good, but also not extremely bad, but that's kind of like what's happening in this video. I just want to get rid of some things and not get through this like very thoroughly. Now let's move on to the eyeshadow palettes. So the eyeshadow palettes is a little bit of a tough one because I can't really show you everything. Some of them are back here and it's a bit hard to see, but hopefully after I've decluttered a few extra things, this is gonna be a little bit more curated, and it's gonna be a little bit more easy to see where everything is, what everything is. One thing that I want to declutter for sure is the Natasha Denona Mini Glam. I'm just done with this. I panned this one in my project pan, but that made me realize how uninspired I am by this palette, and also this shade keeps crumbling, so I'm not going to be opening this one because this just falls apart. I just don't feel like having this in my collection anymore. This is gonna go. Then this one, the Kaleidos Futurism 7 Sashimi City. I like some of the shades in here, but some of the shades I also really don't like. These 2 shades are just very uninteresting to me. These are very similar. I don't really get that. The shimmers I really like. The packaging I kind of hate. I think it looks cute, but it's just not easy to use. Not easy to put this on your vanity and use. Like, it keeps falling closed. So I've been thinking about it, and I'm gonna do the same as with the Jeffree Star palettes. I just don't like this packaging. I think it looks cute, but it's not practical for me. So I'm gonna take out the shades that I like, and then that's gonna be everything for this palette. I'm gonna probably take out these 2 shades, and I might see if I want to keep one of these shades. Maybe I will keep this one, and the rest I'm just gonna declutter. Then this palette I'm gonna get rid of, the Rebel Grays. I kind of wanted to keep it because the shimmers are okay, and I don't have that many grays in my collection, but honestly I don't wear gray a lot, and this shade is just so bad. I just kind of regret buying this palette, and I just wanted to go. I'm just gonna get rid of this one. Then this one I'm not too sure about. I bought this thinking I would love this shade, and I don't really reach for this palette ever. That makes it a bit hard to declutter because I kind of really want to know what things are about before I declutter, but I just don't know if I'm ever gonna reach for this palette. It's a pretty shade, but it also came broken, and I don't know. I don't feel like I really need this. I feel like I have other shades that are similar to this but even more interesting, even in my singles. So I think I'm gonna get rid of this and see if maybe my sister wants it or something like that. So this is gonna go. So my camera cut off. I don't know exactly at what point, but I just decluttered this one, the Nubian Royal. I really don't know how long ago my camera stopped recording. I really hope that you still got most of it. But this one I'm gonna declutter. I also decluttered the Rebel Grace. And then this one I am gonna declutter. I thought it was very disappointing. It's very uninteresting and just all these shades blended into each other were very powdery. This is just pretty bad. Like, really bad. I'm kind of going back and forth on it's my pleasure because I don't really like the shimmers in here. I just think those are not too interesting and not too special. I know some people really love the shimmers in here, but I don't really love them. I don't know. I kind of like the mattes, but this feels very scratchy. Feels kind of dry. Do I need this? I don't think I actually need this. I think if I really wanted a palette like this, then there are other options that would work better. Maybe I can take out this shade and this shade. I quite like those, and then just use those as singles and then get rid of the rest. I think this is gonna go in my depot pile. Let me see if there's anything else I want to declutter here. I think I'm kind of okay with where we are at right now. This one is always kind of like in my mind when I think about decluttering, because I don't really love the mattes in here. I quite like the shimmers, but they are very warm. Do I want to keep this? These shimmers are very pretty though. I always give it another chance, but then in the end I don't really use it that much. But I'm more into warm toned eyeshadows now than I used to be. So I'm gonna keep it in another round. I think now I'm just gonna organize it a little bit and just make this all a little bit more neat and easy to see what I actually own. Okay, it isn't perfect, but it is better, and you can see more easily what everything is. I pulled this to the front a little bit more, so I can live with it for now. And now I'm seeing that I still have a few eyeshadow palettes here that I have to put somewhere. So yeah, it's not perfect, but at least I got rid of a few that I had in mind that I wanted to get rid of. So that is gonna be everything for this drawer. Then I wanted to show you the bottom drawer real quickly. This is the drawer where I keep the things that I'm still reviewing. So this is everything that is new in my collection and I'm still reviewing. These are nail polishes. I have my perfumes here. That is not too organized, not crazy organized. But I'm gonna get rid of this spray that I basically already decluttered but never really got rid of. So that is gonna go. Then I'm also gonna get rid of this perfume. This is the H&M perfume in Freewheeling. It is good, it is nice, but it's just not that interesting. I think it is time to make some room for the perfumes that I really love. So this is gonna go. And then this one I think is just a bit too much. This is a perfume that you can just get in the Netherlands at Hema. This is Orange Blossom and Rose, but I think it's just a lot. It's a lot. So I'm gonna get rid of that one. I think that's gonna be everything for this drawer, because this I'm not really gonna get into right now. This I'm not decluttering things before I review them. And the nail polishes I think I might do in a separate video. So this is everything I'm kind of decluttering right now. Everything on this side over here is what I'm gonna get rid of, and then we have those palettes that I'm gonna depot and see which ones I want to keep as singles. So let me just quickly count this up. I believe I have about 27 things that I'm decluttering, and then I'm also depotting 4 palettes. So I feel pretty good about that. I'm probably gonna be doing the depotting and organizing my single shadows in a separate video. I just want to sit down at a table and really go through all the singles, because I think it's just a bit hard to do that in a video like this, because you have to look at all the different separate singles you have in magnetic palettes. So I'm not really going into everything in this video. I'm gonna do that in a different video, but at least I'm planning to depot and reorganize that part of my collection as well. So that's gonna be everything for today's video. I feel like it was a little bit chaotic, a little bit all over the place. It's different than anything I've done before. I've actually shown you my drawers, which I never do. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it, and also don't forget to subscribe, and then I hope to see you again in my next video. Bye bye! I totally forgot I decluttered these 3 as well, so I decluttered 30 things.